in loving memory of Noriko Masumoto Garoff, gone but never forgotten. Thanks for tuning in to the second season of the Pawn Moves First podcast. The song that you are now listening to is the second verse of the chess song. I wrote the chess song to teach children the basics of chess.
Capture the enemy. One king, one queen, two bishops, two rooks, two knights, two players, a pawn.
Hi, and welcome to the Pawn Moves First podcast, where we talk about chess, the show Neighbors that teaches the basis of chess, and we talk about chess with my co-host Ralph. How you doing, Ralph?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm so glad you joined us. And it's so exciting. All this week, I've been thinking, I was like, okay, when Ralph comes on, the first thing we're going to talk about how the tournament is going.
Yes. And the tournament's going great.
Yes. And then just as I go to prepare us, the show doesn't look like it's prepared, but we prepare. And what we prepared, we wanted to see what was going on with the tournament at Les Castle 832.
Yep.
And Ralph has this up about the championship, the tournament.
Yeah.
And it was
Juanita. I basically did all the games. Yeah, Juanita, man. I did all the games that occurred from Sunday until Saturday last week.
Okay. And this game, when you go to Ralph's page, Les Castle 832, he'll have the highlights of all the games from the week, last week, right? This is Sunday starts last week. Oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And my girl, Juanita Man, is doing good. So
she's in first place. Yeah.
Oh, now something else I wanted to talk to you about is because we were talking about possibly interviewing some of the tournament players.
Yeah.
And you said, oh, I'm sure they have some videos out. Yeah. You remember saying that to me? And I was like, oh yeah. So then I figured, let me go to Let's Castle 832 and see what you had. And and I did find a more recent interview. Wait a minute, I must be in the shorts. Okay. It's under the shorts. I'm like, I know I saw it. Yeah, it's under the shorts. See, you can go to Les Castle 832. You don't have to sit down for a half hour. He has shorts up, which is really good. I was like, wow, yeah. So I went into the shorts, and
that's attributed to you. You told me that the shorts are very good. You got me onto the shorts, so I got to give you credit for that one.
Oh, anything for a co-host. Now I see this guy here. He's new, right?
I thought I saw Sunny Day. He's been with us for I think about 2 or 3 years. But I mean, but he's go ahead.
The video is new.
No, that's been up there. If you look at, I think it might have the date on there. That was up there. I think last year. He put it up as a promo because he had a rivalry going with the club champ YDTD, and that was just a promo to hype himself up.
Okay. And I thought I saw more shorts in this. Well, let me go in community. I saw something in community. I'd be all over your channel around.
Yeah, that's okay. Go all over it. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the lineup. The lineup is still the way it is, or things have changed since you did that?
Things have changed. I have to update that. I actually put it in the video, but I know you don't want to go through 30 minutes of it. It's at the end of it. I put the standings. Yeah.
Oh, you put it at the end?
It's at the end of the video. Yeah, end of the video. Yeah, I always end it with the standings.
I'm the editor.
Oh, okay.
We can do this. Let me go back to the video.
Mhm.
We can review. And this is how we're
Hey,
gonna
what's
do.
up? This is Eladefo
Okay,
7.
let me Adolfo. You said it's closer to the end, right?
Yeah, so I
So,
guess it's 32
mm,
minutes. It's near the end where I put the
yep, there we
standings
go.
up. There it is.
I found
Yeah.
it. I found it. Okay.
Hmm.
Right?
Group 2 for the longest time. Let's check the leaderboard. Now, as it stands right now, Chevalier Chess has advanced. He has advanced to the finals. As you can see, all those ones across the board, he is 14-0. He is perfect. And that is why he's number 1. Tillboy is in second place. He's gonna end this this contest in second place in group 2. King Slayer is third with 8.5 points. As I said before, Tillboy has 10 points in second place. King Slayer 8.5 in third place. Alexson 7 points in the fourth. Princess Gold 6.5 points in fifth. 6 Buster Move, formerly known as Terrence the First, 4.5 points, sixth place. Milan is in seventh place at 4.5 points, and Sunny Days, you have to excuse him. He had to withdraw as he only had 1 point.
Mm.
He ends up in 8th place. In group 2, for the time being, it's Juanita in first place right now with 10 points, but she has 42, so that puts her over G Strong 100. Who also has 10 points. He has 41 tiebreaker points. Then you have YDTD, has not lost, 8 points with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games remaining. So he is hot on the trails of Juanita and G Strong. Juanita only has 1 loss, and G Strong has 2 losses. So that's definitely something to keep your eye on. Kel Bell, 4th place with 6 points. Tibbs, 5th place with 5 points. Infinite KBO 7, 6th place with 4 points. And then you got Antonio in 7th place with 3 points, and Rum Gallo Rum, who had to pull out as well. No points. So that is the week in review in this Let's Castle Club Independence Day Tournament 2023. And I'm Eladefo7, and I'll see you soon. Stay tuned.
All right.
That's my
Nice.
little outro.
Yeah. I'm all right with that. So the tournament is going good. Is it tournament or tournament?
Either way is good.
Yeah.
Tournament.
Yeah. Well, that's our chess segment.
Mhm.
Now we're moving to our neighbor segment.
All
And
right.
we're on the last episode of Neighbors, the Journey. We're back from, and I know I've said this so many times, we're back from Philly, and we're in our recording spot is this church in Port Chester, New York. But though we had a lot of footage of it, it's just in this episode we're doing here. So
Okay.
let's see.
Neighbors.
Yeah, neighbors too. Journey to Philly. Whew.
Each one, teach one.
Yep, Carl and Kathy.
Father and daughter and son.
You know,
Learn and plus have fun. Yes, indeed, the time has come.
I no longer have personal phone numbers as I had before when I was recording this. And as a producer, I could just call everybody and say, hey, come on, listen to. I don't have that any longer. So I sent out emails inviting folks to come to be on the show with you and I, Ralph. Triple every night.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, gunshots, shooting and fights. And I don't hear anything. Robbing and killing.
Nobody gets back?
What about chilling? Don't these kids know? Can't these folks see that the fantasy just cost my lifetime on the tape, effective in a negative way? I contacted Tyree and I said, we'd like to have you come on. And he said, sure, let me know when it is. But it was a week after I had contacted him and we already did the recording.
This episode is brought to you by the cake and that's the yo
Oh.
Ray.
Here we go. Since we wrapped up, we've been featured on the news. Okay, here we go.
News 12.
Education
Back,
book.
I'm Amelie Wilson. Today we're talking about chess. It's a critical thinking mind game, and a local group is trying to get kids interested in the game. Vicki Mayfield Camacho's here. She's part of Neighbors. And Vicki, welcome back.
Thank you.
What is Neighbors? Tell us.
Neighbors is about a group of neighbors that got together to help me teach the basics of chess through music, movement, and put together a DVD of the kids singing the chess song. And it's like, thank you, Miss Franklin, because, you know, we contacted her agent and stuff, and I let her know
Make
what I was
sure,
doing
yeah.
all along. And so, you know, whatever we do.
And
so I
come
said,
to
you know,
find
once I
out,
get a group of kids
they're-
singing the chess song, I'm sending out, you know, the DVD.
Absolutely.
I'm contacting them, asking them about using the song. And I just turned it off. And come to find out, maybe like 6 months ago, I found out I never needed her permission. I didn't have to trace anything down, because how I use the music and how the music was originally made for, you know, like she says, "Oh, your kiss is sweet as honey." We don't say that in
Yeah.
the chess song.
Okay.
We say, "Ooh, the queen is the most powerful piece."
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with Aretha Franklin's song. Look at these old lottery numbers.
Too bad we don't have a time machine.
I tell you, 41, 60.
Yeah.
This season, we introduced chess pieces in Spanish too. So you have
Fantastic.
English and Spanish.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, before we go, Vicki, real quickly, tell us about the program locally. I know you're looking to expand.
Yes, we're looking to expand. We've been invited by a friend, a neighbor, Joyce, who was in Greenwich, who's moved to Danbury. And we're looking into going up there to do the program. The ultimate dream is to get a group of kids singing the chess song and to tour them. In addition to have others teach the game, as you know, as the the audience. I could just see like a school audience and then singing the
Okay.
chess song. And,
You know what?
And then you play the game.
I don't know. I'm way older than you, Al. Well, when we were young, and when I was in high school, we used to have this group. For lack of a better term, it was always nothing but white kids.
Yeah.
And they used to come on this bus, and then they used to put on a show for us. You
Mhm.
know, like the cabaret shows with the singing and dancing and the t-shirts and, you know, not the t-shirts, the sports jackets and stuff, almost like Grease.
Okay.
And then they would, it was like teen issues and stuff like that, and you would listen to them and they were saying that, and then they would break down into groups, and then you would like talk about different teen issues and stuff like that. So that's what came to my mind about, you know, with the chess song. Once I got a group of kids singing and dancing, and we like went toward high schools. In my head, we would tour the high school, we would sing, we'd do test songs, and then we would give out chess games, and they would sit down and play and teach them the rules of it. And that's what I was talking about here. But, you know, 10 years later, no.
So it never materialized? That idea never occurred?
No one.
It sounds like a good concept.
Yeah, that sounds like a good concept to me, but you know, we got to remember where we are. If I had blonde hair, it wouldn't be a problem.
Introduction to the game that's very important and promotes critical thinking.
And on the radio.
Segment here on 1490. Now, as we are
We,
joined by
I forgot about this. We did a radio interview, Matthew and I. We had to be there like 5:30 in the morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there, awake at 5:30 in the morning. So this is local WGCH TV, and this is
Vicki Camacho and Matthew Gillespie, and they're here to talk about a program that they have that's on the public access channel 88 about chess. Vicki, welcome. Matthew, welcome. And Vicki, tell us all about it.
Thank you for having me here this morning. our show is called Neighbors. It's on Public Access Channel 88, and we teach the basics of chess through music, movement, and song.
Okay, and how do you connect chess and music, movement, and song?
Well, I figured playing chess is, the strategy is very hard, but learning how the pieces move should be easy. So I took the way the chess pieces move and I put it to music, and we sang and we teach that during the show. And of course, this season, which is our second season, we went to Philadelphia, and we went to like 3 community centers and we filmed it. And
King is the most important piece, though not the strongest. He can move one square in any direction.
And we're showing,
If
I
he
forget we're a
is not safe,
podcast.
well, then-
While the song is being sung, all you see is hands moving the chess pieces on the chessboard.
Lose the game. King is in checkmate.
And then that's back
King
to
is
chess
in
with
checkmate.
Julie. She's moving the chess
King is in
pieces.
checkmate.
I never heard this verse
Checkmate.
before.
1 king, 1 queen, 2 bishops, 2 rooks, 2 knights, 2 players, 8 pawns, 1 board.
Well, it's the last of
Yeah, that's why I've never
this-
heard it.
yeah.
I
It's
didn't know it was
key.
six verses. It said
Yeah,
the sixth verse.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. We went through the pawn. It's been a while. Because excuse me, we only record once a month.
Yeah.
If
I
you
was
go
like, wait a
back
minute.
about
Oh, the
6
king.
months,
Okay.
yeah, if you go
Yeah.
back about 6 months, you pick up the pawn first, and then the
Yeah.
queen, and now the king. Back home, we made some. Okay, now we're back in Connecticut with Kathy in the game. Kathy in the game.
I've met Vicky through a singing group that I've been with, and we try to sing classical music. And
Kathy and I met when I joined. I don't know, something happened to me. We were recording Neighbors, but something happened to me. I had to sing. And with Penny Saver, I don't even know if Penny Saver's around anymore. It used to be a little free weekly where you could always find jobs and stuff like that. But I looked in it and I saw that they were asking for singers. And I said, boy, I can join this group. So I went and I joined, and Kathy and I both sung alto. And we need a lot of work. So a lot of times we would have to meet at her house to go over it. So I just want to give the background of how I met Kathy. She's also a traveling nurse. I didn't know anything about traveling nurses, which is something for young people to think about. If you think you're stuck in one situation, you don't have to stay there. Traveling nurses, you can be in California working within, you know what I'm saying? In no time.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay. Once you get off the plane, you have your job there at the hospital. They also have some of the hospitals have residences where you can stay at, or sometimes where you can get apartments, stuff like that. And I didn't know that, but I told my sister about that. She was a nurse in this nursing home, being all stressed out. And I had met Kathy, and I said to her, I said, my sister's name is Dora. I said, you don't have to stay there. You don't have to say. There's so much things you can be a clinical, because I work with the mentally challenged. So you had nurses coming in just doing medication. I said you can be a clinical nurse where you just check in with different groups and you do that. I said, or you can be a traveling nurse.
Okay.
I said, so you don't have to say she was in South Carolina. I know why she was sick. So I said, you get out South Carolina and you go anywhere. And she took off. And all the West Coast she did, Hawaii and everything. And where did she pick?
Hawaii, wow.
California. Yes, that's what I'm trying. I'm like, when they don't tell you this, they go, oh, you become a nurse, you stay at this hospital. No, you don't have to. You can travel all over. You can go from state to state. You can become a traveling nurse. And I learned that from Kathy.
Wow.
Our singers in Westchester and Fairfield counties. It's a women's group, and it's been in existence for quite a long time, and it's a fun project.
She's talking about the choral group we were a part of.
Thought it was really good.
Okay.
Plan, playing chess and learning strategic ones, learning to think.
And you ask yourself, I'm sure you did, Ralph. You had to ask yourself, well, Vicky, why didn't the choral group sing the chess song?
I was thinking that.
And I would say, not for lack of trying, but my hair ain't blonde. My hair ain't blonde.
Myself a little better, and I'm sure it's a great thing to teach kids.
That's okay. That's Carl. I instant message him, but now this is Carl. Carl started a theater group in Greenwich called Greenwich. I forgot the name of the group now. Oh, Greenwich Experimental Theater, GET. Greenwich
GET.
Experimental Theater. When I met
Okay.
Carl, I just started working at the Greenwich Library, but I had produced my plays and different things like that. And at work, we used to talk back and forth. And then Carl said, "Oh, I'm going to try, try a hand at acting." I said, "Well, if you try your hand at acting, whatever performance you're in, I'll come and see you." So he was in. He'd like to do like almost like Sherlock Holmes type of where he's the investigator, the police investigator and stuff like that. Fun, plays, stuff like that. And so then he and his daughter started GET, Greenwich Experimental Theater. So I said, well, okay, come help me out, Ralph. Come help me out, Carl. And he came over, and that's how I know Carl. He used to be my boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So years. I'm the founder of the Greenwich Experimental Theater, and I've done community theater since about 1999. Different groups, became town players, players, the acting company in Greenwich.
He looks like a cop, doesn't he?
Not
Yes.
involved in musicals, but I thought this was a very worthwhile project.
So the acronym is GET.
And what Vicky asked
GET.
that's one thing we would.
Greenwich Experimental Theater.
My name's
Yeah.
Eileen.
That's Eileen.
I'm
Okay.
born and raised in Greenwich. I don't know how to play chess, but I'm
Greenwich, Eileen is Kathy's friend. And I
Okay.
was like, what are you doing? You got the time. I need you.
and I can't wait to start.
Now, when you were listening or singing the chess song, I heard you've heard the song a couple of times. Has any of that kind of helped you understand a little bit more about how the chess pieces move or kind of how it works?
Definitely.
Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even know Matthew was there.
Oh, yeah. He's the one asking, right?
Yeah,
He's
he's
questioning
asking
it. Yeah.
It's not as complicated as I thought when I sing the song.
My name's Lynette. I'm a singer. I like chess. I played once. And that was it.
Once.
But I do like the game. I like to play various games. And Scrabble is my favorite. But I'm gonna learn how to play chess. I'm a singer. And I traveled throughout the United States and Europe. And I'm also a wedding coordinator.
Yep. There we go. That's the four of us. And we had a little fun with the chess song. Here we are.
Baby, you got it.
All right. Wait a minute. Let's stop the
What-
video.
what-
So the singer of this song is all the way on the right?
No.
Oh.
The singer of the song was only in our first episode.
In the first episode. Okay.
Alexander Rhoda. She didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, she was only in our first episode.
Okay, gotcha.
Captions are moving. Just protecting me.
Yeah. And the premiere parties always held at the beautiful apartment of Alexandra Rhoda, our songstress from the chess song. So it says, the premiere party was a little better.
No, be quiet. Alex has been our gracious host, but we don't want to overstay our welcome. What's that? Okay, are you rolling?
I've been rolling for about 20 minutes now.
Matthew was there for this one too.
Episode tonight is a
That's Alex.
And
Do you see? This is Alex. You
The
see?
singer?
Yeah.
The singer?
Yes, the singer.
Paul, who is in here.
Yeah.
Of course, then we have the in-studio thing.
Yep,
with
right here.
John,
This is
Leslie,
Alex.
Matt.
Oh, okay.
You see her bending over. This is Leslie.
It's been a wonderful journey. And we had a great time.
Oh,
and
right.
everyone who
That's
helped us,
John. He held the
especially
cameras
when
in
we
the
came back
studio.
to Connecticut, everyone who's there to fill in the blanks, was we had a lot of stuff we had to fill in. And Kathy and everyone was just so great helping us.
Juanita, man.
She's doing well. She's doing well, but
yeah.
she's
But we'll
got,
see
she
you
got the
next
champ
anything can-
YDTD in her group, so it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and anything can change between now and when we meet a month from now, which would be like
Absolutely.
the end of August. You know, hey, we're a little side to side-ish. Yeah, I can't wait to hear how the tournament is going. And
yeah.
Do you think you got any more traction towards your page, your YouTube page? Do you see any more?
It's been consistent. Not yet, but I'm hopefully, gain a little by little more of a following.
Yeah. I think you will. I'm doing everything I can to promote it.
Oh, definitely. I appreciate it. If I could just reach one more, it's great. I appreciate all the views I get.
Yeah. So all we got to do is you know what? I can't forget, Ralph. You're supposed to check me out.
Your outro.
Exactly. Ralph, I appreciate you so much, and thank you so much for being a co-host with me on the Pod Moves First podcast. And I'm just rooting for Juanita, man, on your tournament. And you could go if you want to follow the tournament, because it's almost like daily changing, right? Because you have like 48 hours to respond. Did you say?
Yeah, it's 24 hours to make your move.
24 hours,
So that's why the tournaments last a while. So it should be over by mid-August.
Yeah, so you can see a couple of games during the week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a couple of games completion during the week.
Yeah, and then I put the weekend review on the Yahoo. Mm-hmm,
Yep.
Put you up to speed. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and then you can just see how everyone's moving, see what everyone's doing on Let's Castle 832. And that's Ralph's YouTube page. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Pawn Moves First podcast. And we'll see you next month. Right, Ralph?
That's right. See you next month.
Yep.